watching AYV Television.
From our broadcasting house here on Wesley Street in Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown, this is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. You're watching us on channel 33 and listening to us on frequency modulation 101.7. I am Phoebe Sweel. Let's start with the headlines. As today is World Health Day, Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world in highlighting the importance of science in improving health outcomes. The case involving Zainab Sharif has adjourned after a heated exchange in court. And we will find out how the financial year of 2026 citizens' budget will affect cost of living. Hello and welcome from wherever you are joining me from tonight. I am Phoebe Sweel. First in the news. Today marks World Health Day, and Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world in highlighting the importance of science in improving health outcomes. This year's theme, Together for Health, Stand with Science, comes as the country records significant progress in maternal and child health, while also strengthening its response to emerging health threats. In a message to commemorate the day, the World Health Organization representative in Sierra Leone, Dr. George Ame, is calling for renewed commitment to science-driven health reforms. Edima Conte reports.
Sierra Leone has joined the global community to commemorate World Health Day, marking the 78th anniversary of the World Health Organization. In a statement, 4% reduction in maternal mortality and a 55% drop in under 5 deaths between 2000 and 2023. He attributed these gains to sustained investment in healthcare systems, expanded immunization, malaria prevention, and the introduction of the malaria vaccine in 2024, which has already reached hundreds of thousands of children nationwide. Dr. Ame also referenced the launch of the National Health Information Hub in 2026 as a key step towards strengthening data-driven decision-making in the health sector. He emphasized that building resilient health systems requires continued collaboration, investment in science, and public trust in evidence-based information, especially in the face of emerging health threats such as Ebola, COVID-19, and Mpox. The World Health Organization is now urging government and partners to deepen support for science-led health reforms and ensure that accurate health information reaches communities across the country. Edima Conte, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, NACCED, has completed a day engagement with stakeholders and the press on the financial year 2026 citizens' budget. The financial year 2026 budget will seek to take bold steps to continue to broaden the tax base, strengthen tax administration, and integrate the informal sector into formal economy to raise sufficient revenue to support the delivery of basic services to the people, especially the poor and the vulnerable. Sam Al-Falahai reports.
The Citizens Budget 2026 is said to explain in the simplest terms government revenue and expenditure projections and how it intends to accelerate mobilization of the much-needed revenue and prudently manage overall expenditure over the minimum term with the aim of financing the needs of Sierra Leoneans, especially the poor and the vulnerable. This strengthens the government's efforts to promote accountability and transparency with regards to public finance. Citizens knowing what is in the budget and how beneficial to them is key.
Monetary issues in any country or organization is a bloodstream of that organization or government. If government is putting things together on how to use money on behalf of the people, we as citizens need to know how the monies are utilized.
Our work as budget oversight is to monitor MDAs to make sure that taxpayers' monies for development in our various districts are utilized in the
right way. The initiative now timely and very important to promote economic and financial management education and also strengthen the public participation in national financial decision-making process.
The FY 2026 budget will seek to take bold steps to continue to broaden the tax base, strengthen tax administration, and integrate the formal sector into formal economy to raise sufficient revenue to support the delivery of basic services to the people, especially the poor and vulnerable. The Civic Education Ministry is concerned.
The president is saying here that he wants to take along the people.
Our president is committed to going along with the people because they are part of governance, and whatever decision the government takes, the people should understand, and that makes it an inclusive government. The first thing the president did was to create the Civic Education Council to educate everyone on their rights and
so that everybody begin at very early age, noting that the rights and noting that the responsibility.
Accelerating development and national cohesion in Sierra Leone through civic education and engagement is key. Therefore, the NASED sees it prudent to educate people on their own very budget through this means. Screening of animation and discussions added value. Samal Falai, AYV News, Kenema, Eastern Sierra Leone.
President Dr. Julius Maada has taken a step to wrongdoing at the Sierra Leone Law School following a high-level engagement with the Chief Justice and the Attorney General. State House has announced the formation of a 5-member independent investigation committee. The committee is tasked with reviewing the school's administrative and governance structures and identifying systemic failures that have clouded the institution's reputation. Notably, the Anti-Corruption Commission has agreed to suspend its own ongoing investigation to allow this committee to conduct a holistic review. Chaired by former Attorney General Dr. Priscilla Schwartz, the team has just 8 weeks to submit its final report and recommendations to the President. Still in the news, in a different story, some social commentators still believe that tensions are rising around the proposed constitutional amendment bill to the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. Some residents in Freetown say they do not clearly understand how the constitutional review process works. They say government has not provided clear information about the steps involved. As a result, they are calling on the authorities to initiate strong civic education on the entire constitutional review process. Our reporter Issa Bangura has more on the story.
Concerns about the proposed amendments to the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone continue to grow among some residents in Freetown. Some citizens who spoke to AYV say they feel left out of the process because they do not have enough information about how the constitutional review is taking place.
I am not aware of any constitutional review process. We are just hearing that they want to amend the constitution, but we do not know the process. The government should come out clearly so that we can understand what is going on.
Yeah, the need for acts because yes or no.
I have been hearing people talk about the constitutional review process, but I don't really know how the process is progressing. The government should communicate with us, the ordinary citizens, and seek our opinion as well. So far, however, we've not seen any real changes.
Oh, we don't see changes at all.
The 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone is the main law that guides governance in the country. Some residents believe that any plan to amend it should involve strong public awareness and consultation. They say civic education will help citizens understand the review process and also allow them to take part in national.
They therefore reach out to the layman.
If they want to change the constitution, the people should understand the process. Civic education is important so that everyone will know how these decisions are being made.
That mommy where they don't be, let able understand, let it know what that mean. And the government need for talk to we more.
The government needs to engage and communicate with citizens because our opinions matter. While we must respect and listen to our leaders, the government should also consider the views of the people, since we are all part of the nation's progress.
Residents who spoke to AYV say more information and public education about the constitutional review process will help reduce confusion and build public trust as the debate continues. For now, many people hope that authorities will increase public engagement so that citizens across the country can better understand the proposed changes to the constitution. Issa Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, the Sierra Leone Seed Certification Agency, SLESCA, with support from the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, has launched a new document titled Quality Control Protocol for Certification in Cassava Seed Fields. The document, endorsed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the National Federation of Farmers in Sierra Leone, is designed to guide commercial foundation seed producers on compliance and best practices. The event, held at Taya Resort, Tayama in Moyamba District, brought together farmers from across the country. Participants are expected to transition from traditional grain producers to certified seed producers for crops such as cassava, maize and soybeans. Samuel Ibrahim Kowoma reports.
We developed a dossier, a document, where they call Quality Control Protocol for Certification in Cassava Seed Fields. A very, very important document. A thing as you see, but to get a lot of information, and one of the reasons why we did that.
The launch of the Quality Control Protocol for Certification in Cassava Seed Fields marks a significant step in strengthening Sierra Leone's agricultural transformation. The initiative aims to shift farmers from subsistence grain production to certified seed production, particularly for cassava, maize, and soybeans, helping to modernize the sector and attract investment.
Today we have our farmers here who we are training to produce cassava, but not only training them how to carry on with the certification process, how to carry on with the compliance, because you cannot just be a seed producer if you don't comply with the regulations. So that is what we are doing here today, and I think we are very excited. We have even just launched a booklet, of course supported by the IITA, International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, endorsed by the Farmer Federation, and under the auspices of the Ministry of Agriculture. We have launched a dossier in how to follow the processes of certification farmers' processes in the production of cassava.
For a country where cassava is the second staple after rice, stakeholders say the initiative offers a major benefit for food security and income generation.
Now cassava is being certified. We have a document, a proven document that can show that yes, cassava is a crop that we can rely on. It will remove farmers from being called the poorest of the poor, now to become somebody that can proudly come out and say, I'm a farmer, this I own the house. Because if you want to be rich as a farmer, you go to the farm.
Speaking on behalf of the Minister of Agriculture, Director of Crop Protection Units, Aliu Mansari, commended SLESCA and IIT for the progress made and urged participants to apply the knowledge gained from the training.
For the ministry leadership and say, with these few remarks, let us take that training they are serious. Not for just can't take money and go, but they build a capacity for let us work for transform the agriculture sector. Yeah, and I want to tell the ITA for the support with the GI, the financial support, and the technical team.
The support forms part of Component 3 of the ITA FSRP program, which focuses on strengthening farmers' capacity through training in good agricultural practices. Component lead and senior technical specialist Dr. Janatu Veronica Sise expressed optimism about the impact of the initiative and encourage farmers to put the training into practice.
To the field and see them implement what is being taught. Because I am the technical lead, I'm always out there in the field to do inspections. I want to get to these people today gathered in this room to see their field, and I will assure the resource person in here, even the sponsor, that indeed the training was fruitful. Indeed, the training was necessary. So those are my expectations.
Many believe that if fully embraced, the initiative could transform the cultivation of cassava, maize, and soybeans in Sierra Leone. Samuel Ibrahim Kuroma, AYV News.
Now for court update. The case involving Zainab Sharif was suddenly adjourned after a heated exchange in court. What started as a normal court session quickly turned into disagreement that broke out between the defense lawyer and the magistrate, leading to the matter being put on hold and a new date set for judgment. Our court reporter Ibrahim Ramadan Jallo tells us more.
The alleged incitement case involving Yebu Zainab Sharif took a tense turn before Principal Magistrate Mustafa Brahmaja at Parembaur Court No. 1 during her 8th court appearance. Sharif is facing 2-count charges, incitement and threatening language under the Public Order Act of 1965. The prosecution alleged that on January 31st, 2026, at the Brahmatuga Mini Stadium in Freetown, she made statements capable of inciting violence against individuals accused of election rigging. State Counsel Yusuf Isaac Sesay, in his closing address, urged the court to rely on the evidence already presented and deliver judgment, stating that both sides had fully argued the matter. Defense counsel Roland Wright, however, maintained that the prosecution failed to provide its case and insisted that the burden of proof lies entirely with the state. Tension arose when the magistrates warned that anyone not properly addressing the court would be asked to leave. Wright believed the comment was directed at him and reacted, telling the court he felt insulted and insisting he knew the law. Despite the magistrate making it clear that the statement was not aimed at him, Wright stood his ground and continued to challenge the situation, which created a heated moment in court. Following the exchange, the court granted an adjournment and fixed April 14, 2026 for adjournment. Both the defense and the prosecution were instructed to submit any additional written arguments before the ruling. The matter now stands adjourned for judgment after the courtroom clash. The case continues.
This is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Please stay tuned for more stories after this break.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Exa anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Welcome back. I am Phoebe Sweel and this is AYV's Primetime News. Thank you for joining me tonight. Still in the news, a humanitarian gesture is bringing hope and support to vulnerable women in Sierra Leone as Smile for Women and Children, a charitable organization dedicated to caring for disadvantaged women and children, extends its outreach to inmates at the Female Correctional Center. Our reporter Ibrahim Ramadan Jallo reports.
Smile for Women and Children, a humanitarian charity organization, continues to demonstrate its commitment to supporting vulnerable groups across the country. The organization focuses on improving the lives of women and children who have endured hardship, offering care, attention, and essential assistance to help restore dignity and hope. In a recent outreach effort, the organization paid a visit to the Sierra Leone Female Correctional Center During the visit, members of the charity engaged with inmates, many of whom have faced difficult circumstances in society, providing engagement and reminding them that they are not forgotten.
For vulnerable women and children mostly, we pay close attention to those women who are bruised, battered, who have endured so much in society, and for those kids who need heavily care, we put smiles on their faces. That is what we do. I'm here because we do care for women. I chose the Female Correctional Center because it's full of women. And then I know they are here. Some of them have been sentenced. Some of them are here awaiting trials. So I'm here to give them hope, to put smiles on their faces and make them know that all is not lost. And then they have more to offer after their sentences. They have kids that were born here. They have babies that were born here. Like I said, my organization is for kids and children and women. So I came with hampers for the kids. Their day-to-day needs like diapers, powder, baby oil, all those things that food, milk. I just came with hampers for them. Then also I came to spend at least 2 hours with the inmates to have lunch with them, brought in food, and we are having lunch together.
And also how people, philanthropists, individuals can come in and pay fines for them. And that is how Madam Linda came in. She has already paid fine for about 15 inmates, 2 in Podloko, 2 in Waterloo, 2 in Kenema, and some other correctional institutions. But she did not just stop there. She also said, I'm coming to see the babies. Because remember in that interview, I said that we have babies in prisons with their mothers. So she said, okay, I want to spend the Easter with the women in the Sierra Leone Correctional Service. That's the inmates. But I'm bringing food for them. They also bring hampers for the babies. So that is why she's here today. We feel very elated. We feel good because she's helping us to do our job. Like I mentioned earlier, it's our responsibility to do all of the things that she's doing. But people coming in, philanthropists, CSO organizations, NGOs, they are coming in to help do our work. So once they do this, you see that the inmates are relaxed. They are happy. They are happy that another prominent woman in the society, and especially a legal practitioner, is coming to rub shoulders with them.
The team donated food and essentials to support the inmates. This gesture highlights the organization's dedication to reaching even the most marginalized individuals, reinforcing its mission to bring smiles, compassion, and meaningful support to the women and children in need. For AYV News, Ibrahim Madanjalo reporting.
Now, Sierra Leone has been making the Easter holidays more fun and entertaining with series of high-profile entertainment events, drawing large crowds and showcasing both local and international musical talent. From packed concerts in Freetown to vibrant shows in regional cities, the celebrations have highlighted the country's growing cultural influence in West Africa. Let's now hear from our entertainment reporter, Anna Yangson.
Easter in Sierra Leone this year has been defined by color, sound, and a palpable sense of excitement, as thousands turned out to celebrate through music and nightlife. In the capital, Freetown, one of the headline events took place at Chapter 1 nightclub, where Sierra Leonean music icon M2 shared the stage with Ghanaian artist Wendy Shea. The performance drew a lively crowd, with fans responding enthusiastically to a blend of Afrobeat and contemporary West African sounds, underscoring a growing trend of cross-border musical collaboration. The momentum carried beyond the capital. In Bo, the Bo Mini Stadium hosted another leg of the performances, attracting fans from across the region and reinforcing the nationwide appeal of the Easter entertainment lineup. Further north, Makeni emerged as another focal point of celebration. There, rapper and cultural figure Drisolik headlined a major show, delivering a high-energy performance that resonated strongly with the audience. Known for his lyrical storytelling and stage presence, his appearance drew a significant turnout, highlighting the strength and popularity of homegrown talent. Back in Freetown, the nightlife scene also played a central role in the festivities. The bowling, Black and Gold party at Chapter 1 nightclub stood out as one of the most talked about social events of the weekend. Guests, dressed in coordinated black and gold attire, filled the venue in a display of style and celebration as music and dance continued into the early hours. Taken together, the events have underscored Sierra Leone's evolving entertainment landscape, one that continues to attract audiences, foster regional collaboration, and elevates local artistry. As the Easter celebrations draw to a close, organizers and fans alike are already looking ahead, with expectations rising for even bigger events in the future. Anna Yankson, AYV News, Freetown.
Well, that's all for Primetime News tonight. For more stories, please visit our website. That's www.ayvnews.com. And if you have feedback on tonight's news, send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Phoebe Nsweel. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a good night. Take care and bye for now.
You're watching AYV Television.
Welcome to Wusum Hotel, where luxury meets nature's embrace, offering a sanctuary of serenity. Step inside our thoughtfully curated interiors, where every corner exudes sophistication and warmth. Retreat to your elegantly designed bedroom, where comfort and style ensure a restful escape. Indulge in a culinary journey with our world-class chefs, creating unforgettable flavors from farm to table. Savor every moment at our exquisite dining venues, where every meal is a celebration of taste and elegance. Start your day with a delectable breakfast designed to energize and delight. Relax and unwind in our expansive outdoor spaces designed for ultimate comfort and relaxation. Wusum Hotel, the jewel of tourism.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes to waiting them for eat and drink. Now this milk I always they choose Sarah juice because and the milk come from with local foods them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We lab test show say Sierra juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know it's best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sierra juice. Sierra juice and nutritious, it healthy and it's sweet. Sierra juice, not the taste of Salone.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, on 8th August 2024, Statutory Instrument Number 8 of 2024 regarding the conduct of nationwide population and housing census was successfully laid in Parliament. On 29th August 2024, this statutory instrument became effective following 21 days from its laying. Therefore, in line with the decennial census calendar, I am pleased to announce that my government will conduct a nationwide population and housing census.
It's 2026, we dey get with census. Make all man tell him famble them, and every responsibility for bring development. Make all man tell him famble them. From the east to the west, blah blah blah. From the north to the south, no matter how you dare or you try, blah blah blah. Mama or papa, blah blah blah. What picking on grandpa, blah blah blah. Auntie or uncle, blah blah blah. May they call to you, yeah. One people, one nation. May they call to you, yeah. Now we know back go build salon. May they call to you, yeah. No person say you not here. May they call to you, may they call to you, yeah.
I'm a papa, make we come together now. Brother, sister, nothing say you no matter, no. No left behind, no. This now you 10 for. Can join the census. Salon now we on.
Okay, well, show me your name, show me your address. For make you go join now the plan. The census go make you get the access. For make you go vote now this land. Let them all you. If you don't want make them count you again, make them creep you. Cause this time you're salon for us.
See what you been a second cabo aduo. We bring good news, salon people here yo. Census don't come again. We ready for contact, sky from the young to the old. Say the census go help make development day. Allow me then continue until you know go pay. It go help plan more schools, hospital and lights, even water for you community. Who say you there?
May they call to you, yeah. One people, one nation. May they call to you, yeah. Now we know back go build salon. May they call to you, yeah. No person say you not here. May they call to you, yeah. May they call to you, yeah.
Census they come, the other we cooperate. Tell mama and papa, then get for country we all be make we all ready. Census go help for make we know we safe and who's how we stand. If you claim say you love Salone, who's a development day, na day you for day.
Yambo tegina, mimbo tegina. Mingo teteke biambe. Ka 2026 census na me right, census na you right. Family. Imagine